So there's one thing I'll often do, right? Because I like to try and have a really good neutral game. So I'll watch a video, right? And every time I get hit, so if I'm watching a video of me, every time I get hit, why? What did I do to get hit? What led to me being hit, and how could I have avoided it? So that's watching videos of me. Obviously, if I'm watching videos of someone else, I'll just try and pick up, like, what do they do? So, you might watch a video of someone you have to play, and you'll just notice every time they shield, and someone's pushing their shield, what's their out of shield option? So if you were to watch Joey, for instance, you would pick up, oh, Joey really loves to jump out of shield. So
Don't expose me.
when you're playing him, right, you might like jab his shield twice and then wait half a second and then jump and do a forward air, and he might jump up and do it and you get a kill. So when I watch myself, I just try and see like why I got hit, what I could have done differently. And when I watch other people, I just try and find like, what are their out of shield habits? What are their ledge habits? Do they like to approach? Is there like a pressure zone where if you stand in it, they get antsy and they run at you and try and hit you? Just those kinds of things.
Pretty much.
I don't know, just things like that. And it can be a handy thing to have, because while playing, you want to try and be asking little questions constantly. Like, if I walk up and down tilt, right, what's he do? If I walk up and roll through him, what does he do? If I run up and just stop in front of him in shield, what does he do? And you want to constantly be doing things and just taking note, like, how do they react to this? Do it again. Do they do the same thing? Do they react differently? Right? And it's cool to try and have that process while you're playing.
Oh, he's so bad!
But it can be hard to do it while you're playing because your brain's juggling actually playing a game. Whereas if you're watching a video, you can focus solely on that. Another big thing I find, if I'm really trying to analyze a video, I'll turn the sound off because commentators distract me and then I just start auto-piloting and not really paying attention to what's happening in the video.
Yeah. Commentators aren't for analysis, they're for the people watching.
They're for entertainment, and I find them very distracting. So yeah, that's my take on the ball really. So when I used to like critique other people's videos and give them feedback and shit, I just watch areas and I give them like timestamps and like here's me doing that thing. So basically with the VOD, when you see something happen, it can be good to just go back and rewind it 3 or 4 times and really just take note of what happened.
Yeah,
that's handy too. So when I'm critiquing for other people and I see something happen, I'll watch it 3 or 4 times on loop and then I'll be like, alright, at this point this is what happened, blah 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 blah. But rewinding like key moments and watching them 3 or 4 times is good too, because the game is so fast paced. Like shit can happen really quickly.
I was wondering more about watching live matches, like watching a stream right now. I feel like I can't process stuff so quickly. Oh, that's true.
Well, I mean, for instance, right, watching the stream right now, when it's finished, you can go back and rewind it and watch that kind of stuff.
But like when you're in the moment, it's like, just take what you can get and like maybe focus on one thing solely. Like maybe every time you watch a stream, maybe focus on one thing solely and see.
It is definitely a skill that grows. Like it's not like, oh, okay, this is what I need to look out for. Cool. The more you analyze and look for it, the better you will get at it. That's definitely a big part of it. But for instance, like, so one thing you should have taken from this match is that Roy's fucking shit.
Yep. And Marth, so much better.
So it definitely helps to have like a point of view character. So if you're watching this stream right now, you might watch Joey and you might be like, alright, how is Joey getting in? Like, is he waiting for Roy to short hop and then coming in? Is he like weaving out and in? Like, what is he doing that's causing him to be able to like get in on Roy? Or like, it definitely helps to have a focused character. You might notice like, oh, fucking Roy's going high with his recovery every time. He's got a shit beat. You might notice like, what kind of like ledge trapping things is the Roy trying to do and how's the Marth getting around? Are you dead?
Yeah. Oh! Fuck. I was gonna do a really sick kill confirm and then I DI'd out by accident. It's hard sometimes because a lot of players move really fast. Like if you watch Alex play, his gameplay, like I see my gameplay, like my movement pretty
Alex is
fast,
on
but
fire.
Alex is like fucking, yeah, he's.
That's the game looking for. No worries, man. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, if you want answers and shit.
And another really good thing that I find, right? So when the game first started, I loved a shitload of Fox, and I figured out all this stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've got my own Fox shit that I invented. Like I'll stick with that. But even now, if I just go watch good Foxes play, or even they don't even have to be good Foxes, just watch Foxes play, and they'll do something, and I'll be like, that's interesting. I never thought of that, and I'll absorb it and take things. So I remember very early on, I focused a lot on ledge trapping and I had all these options, and then I watched Larry play, and he just stands with his back and shield to up tilt that beats everything, and I was like, that's fucking crazy. I'm gonna take that. So it definitely helps to watch videos of your character, just see what interesting people are doing, because especially when they have really creative things that is unique to them, it's hard for people to read that because like if no one else does it. So like a cool little trick that I used to use that like maybe another Fox player might pick up from me, right, is if they're in shield, right, I do like this, fuck I'm so bad at it now, I do like this fade out thing to like bait out a shield grab. Like that? Yeah. And then I can punish it with a forward tilt or come in with a forward smash or whatever. It's very handy when they're up against on the back on the ledge, so they get up into shield. I'll do it and I just try and make it look like they can shield grab me and then fade away. Cool little trick. Just little things like that that some players do. It can be hard to notice them because like everything's going on. You might not have noticed that was a specific setup with a goal in mind, so it might just look like they fucked up their punish and got hit. But yeah, definitely something to do. But I can't remember if I said this yet or not, but like if it is too fast and you're having trouble like seeing what the hell is happening, right, then you know it can be good to go back, watch the match again and slow down. Watch it at 50% speed on YouTube or 25 or whatever. Slow-mo and just really see if you can absorb what the hell is going on. So for instance, one like thing that you could pick up from watching me play here, right, is a lot of time I'll do something on Joey's shield, like a neutral air, and I'll up tilt and he'll stay in shield, wait for the up tilt and then punish the up tilt. So you might watch that and be like, okay, when I play like exactly just there, how he waited for the up tilt instead of dropping shield. So you might watch that and be like, alright, next time I play loot, I'm going to do that too. I'm just going to stay in shield, because up tilt is punishable.
In that situation, it sucks because Mewtwo's out of shot options behind him are the worst in the fucking game.
But that's an example, right? And that's a classic Fox thing, right? Like they do anything and then they'll instantly up tilt after it to catch the shield drop. So you notice that and you're like, okay, they do it every single time. I'm just going to stay in shield, punish the up tilt, which means you have to have labbed out your up tilt punish option. Fuck, that was shit. But yeah, so that's like an example of a little thing that you can pick up from watching me, but that is very useful against me. And it's something I'm always trying to get out of the habit of doing, but it's fine. It's such a good option. Like there, spot dodge, up tilt. Conditioning. See, so for me, conditioning is tough watching because the way I condition is like, okay, I'm going to set up this situation, test it, see what they do. But if you're not in control of the match, if you're watching the match, you can't really do that.
Like if it's like obvious, like
But
conditioning is bread and butter, then yeah, you can. But yeah.
You just try and look for situations. So for instance, right? So let's use this example again. Let's say you watch the match, and every time I back at the back of his shield and then up tilt, he holds shield, waits for the up tilt, and then punishes me, right? And then maybe at the end of the match, I do the back end instead of up tilting, I turn around, charge and up smash for half a second, he's staying in shield, and it breaks his shield. Okay, cool little trick we figured out the other day.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, holy shit, he conditioned him to stay in shield for the up tilt so he could get a shield break and win the set kind of thing. That kind of thing's tricky because it relies on the player actually conditioning and like pulling something off of it. But just looking for habits in general can be handy. And you might focus on a thing, so you might be like, alright, I've noticed in general that player likes to roll a lot, so this match I'm just going to watch really carefully and take note of every single time he rolls and why, what he did, what led up to it, sort of thing.
Because I don't roll.
That's just an example rolling that. Wait. Oh, fuck.
Hey, like also, one thing you can look at is like, what do things like if it's a move that's not punishable really. It's like it was
okay,
talking
so
about.
alright, so there's an instance, right? So right there, right? He's side been on the stage like 3 times, right? So I'm like, he might do it again, he might not, but he likes to do it. So I hit him off, and then I ran over here. Because I'm here, I'm not. I'm pointing at the screen.
Yeah.
I can't fucking see. Alright.
Just unpause. Like,
Well, no. Here we go. Perfect, right? So when you side B, you land there, right? So I hit him, and then I ran over here because if I'm standing here, he's going to go, all right, Fox is standing there. He's not in the middle. I can side B past him and get away. So I ran forward, then I immediately went back, right? And he doesn't react instantly. So he sees me run forward, and he's like, okay, I've decided to side B, and then I run back. Too quick for him to change it again. So I've run forward to trigger him to want to side B and run back. And I've done that because I've seen him side B 3 times. I know he wants to do it. He might not do it again because he's conscious that if he does it too much. So I've run forward to make him think, fuck, sweet, I can get away with it again. And then I've run back and gotten a punish, right? So little things like that. Movement can be really good for triggering people to do stuff. Because, you know, I run here and he's like, sweet, the best option if he's standing there is a side B through. So you run forward and run back. So using movement like that, that's an example of like, not conditioning, but just like, I've seen him do this a few times. I'm going to try and trick him into doing it again, but I'm ready for it this time.